Here's a close-up of the 8051. It's the F020 from Scilabs. If we take a look over here, that's the actual microcontroller itself. Got quite a few ports just in over here. A really nice thing about this is it comes with a built-in switch and a reset, as well as external peripherals all the way through here. I think there's 64 of them altogether. We've got a JTAG port here for programming and control, also using I2C and SMBus, and just stock standard serial communications. Alright, just going to run through some of the code that we've got. What we're looking at here is Scilab Laboratories IDE. It's a way that we're going to program the microcontroller for this project. The code you're looking at here is originally PWM software that was tested or an example for this specific microcontroller. I've just used it because it's easier to modify than it is to rewrite. So if we go through the code, we'll just go down a bit. Right, here we're just defining some system variables. S bits are the ports that I'll be using. 1.5 and 1.6 are my outputs, and 3.7 is going to be an input for the switch. We just go down into the main loop. The main loop is actually quite easy. It's just setting up the initialization of the ports, the oscillators, and this is actually my output on the PWM, and a very simple while loop saying run. Coming further down, this is the oscillator setup and port initializations. We've got setting up of the crossbar and this port 1 and port 3 over here. All this code will be on my blog just a little bit later on, and more of the PWM setup, and the smart bit is just in here. So what will happen is that when the code reaches here, let right, and then it goes to not right, and then left goes to not left, and if the button isn't being pressed, do nothing. Alright, and up the top here we've got our start and stop button. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the first video. What we've got going at the moment is we've set up the microcontroller with some software, and what we can do is we can push a reset button and we'll get two waveforms out, two PWM waveforms. So let's take a look at these. So here we have the microcontroller setup. We've got the oscilloscope connected to ports 3.7 and 3.6, and just underneath here we've got a switch which we can push to activate both of these ports. If we look at the computer screen over here, you can see it's currently running, so we'll push the button and see what the oscilloscope says to us. So here we go. So there we go, we've got a 22 kHz signal on both channels, and now it's off again and back on.